Stephen Jules Radio Show.
Right. What's going on, Wisdomers? I'm back. What a weekend it's been so far. Yeah, I managed to go for a hike yesterday, so that was good. I managed to get out of the house, get some exercise. It was quite a hot day, actually. Yesterday, it was in the 30s at least. And it was it was hot. But I think it hit 36 degrees up at Glenbrook at one stage when I went there, so I did that to get out of here. And that was good because I just needed to learn, get some inspiration too, and basically, it was great. It's really good for me to basically, just get intuition into my life and basically, get out in nature as I like to do, because that's what I do. But I wanted to talk today about our problems in Australia with taxes, because taxes here is ridiculously a rip-off. Like cigars, cigarettes, alcohol in our country are a rip-off, because they are taxed to the point and they just keep going up and up and up all the time. And eventually it's going to send a small business broke when a corporation, it'll favour them because they're making profit. The government just taxes everything in Australia. You know that. I think now is a point for us Australians to stand up for ourselves. And now is the time where we say enough is enough to the Australian government, because I feel that people are just going to go broke. I'm to the point, like I'm fed up of people ripping people off, and it's just unacceptable. Now, if you're in business and you decide to rip people off, there's such thing called karma, and it will all backfire against you one day. Karma is a real thing, and it's always been out there. And so for me now, as I'm talking to you on this show, because as you know, I quite involved in spirituality. I do take spirituality quite seriously. But the thing of karma is, yeah, and you got to understand what Anthony Albanese's doing is fuck all. I think that he's spent so much time marching on the Mardi Gras. Look, there's nothing wrong with that. If people want to live that way, that's fine with me. But really, there's better things he could be doing for Australia. Fixing the cost of living crisis, fixing our healthcare system, making alcohol and tobacco cheaper. I'm fed up of, all these higher taxes going on, making the Medicare system uh, at a better price for our GPs, because Medicare is one of the best things Australia has had. Rent too just keeps going up in Campbelltown. I remember in Campbelltown, in Warby Street, you could rent a 2-bedroom apartment for $250 a week. Now that's gone up. There was a single bedroom apartment. At one stage I had a look, $250 a week. Now that's gone up to at least $300. That's just for a single bedroom studio. That's ridiculous. This is what we've had. This is the cost of living crisis. This is who the Australian people voted for. The only true and legend, in my opinion, was Bob Hawke, because he did a lot of good. But this is Albo for you. The cost of living crisis has hurt people. Pharmaceutical industry is going up as well. And does Big Pharma care? No, they don't. Yet they're the first to basically, tell us to buy all this medication. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know where the hell we're going to end up. I really don't. Because to me, it's a point where we've got to start standing up. So when you vote at the next federal election, or your state election, or council election, you vote carefully. And it's like Australia Day. Coles, Woolworths, Audi, pulling down Australia Day merchandise. For why? I think it was talks of banning Australia Day in Melbourne, not recognised. This is just ridiculous. Bureaucrats out there that want to take away Australia Day, for what? Australia Day is a public holiday. And yet Coles and Woolies want to start controlling things and taking away Australia Day merch. That's very un-Australian. Australia Day is a tradition of our country. Every country out there, I know America, they have Veterans Day, we have Anzac Day. But to do that is just slack. That is just not cool at all. We need to keep Australia Day. And I'll keep talking about this because Australia Day is our history. But some things happened. There was asbestos in Rosehill, Parkland. There was asbestos found. Transport New South Wales Secretary, quote, Daily Telegraph, Josh Murray, revealed the department was yet to determine the full scope of the contamination and will only remove mulch from areas of concern. Now, first of all, they should be getting rid of all that asbestos, because that's dangerous. That causes cancer. There was 2 tested samples, positive traces of bonded asbestos, quote, Daily Telegraph. Parkland's cordoned off workers removing contaminated mulch. So first of all, I can speak of asbestos. At the old Camden High School, there was asbestos, so that school closed down. Now they've built a retirement village. Now, I don't know if they've removed all the asbestos. But this is a serious thing. It's dangerous. It causes cancer. And it can do a lot of illness harm to your health. So that's why when people working with asbestos, they have to wear personal protective equipment, PPE, because you're breathing in the air, the fumes of it, the little particles. So it's very important if you're working with asbestos too. Yes, you got to wear PPE, like safety equipment, because you just can't risk it. Now, I would think if they're going to build something on a park or anywhere, they would have to test the soil for asbestos first. So, what construction builder, I don't know who decided to do that, but I would hope that the builders would be testing the soil for asbestos. I think we need more common sense in the construction industry today, because we need more builders who should be doing the right thing and not doing a half-assed job out there. Yeah, it's been, as you know, I love animals, and I think animals are a great part of our society as well. Kangaroos have been relocated at a golf course. Watching on Sky News Australia, um, they could be killed for cat food. They were shooting the kangaroos, and no one was told there was kangaroo shooting going on. Big Owl got rescued. The price of kangaroo pet food would be very small. So why are they shooting kangaroos at a golf course? They're a tourist attraction. They keep people company. They're great for the golf course, and there's nothing wrong with having kangaroos on the golf course. Great spectators. So why you want to shoot them for? They're a part of our nature, and it's just stupid that Big Owl, at least he's rescued, and he's still hanging around, which is nice. But there's no need to be shooting the kangaroos. If they can, they can just relocate them somewhere else in nature, at another golf course, or in a national park somewhere. Why you want to shoot them for? They keep the golf course open. The golfers love them. Great company for the golfers. But it's just stupidity from people these days. They think they can just do whatever they want. that it's just really dumb, really dumb. The speed limit has been reduced on the M7. There's going to be delays of 100 kilometres an hour to 80 kilometres an hour for 2 years. M7 and the M12 integration project. Safety barriers will be installed in both directions along M7, M5 Richmond Road, part of M7, M12 integration. It's supporting the Western Sydney future development, and they're going to be working between 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. Monday to Friday, so no noisy work should ever happen at least 2 nights in a row, or they should not be having noisy work, and they're not supposed to be working on a Sunday or public holiday. Now, obviously, the Badgerys Creek Airport has been a very slow project in the making. This is going on, oh God, since 60s or something, or 70s. They talked about it, or someone ended up having an office down at Badgerys Creek. Bob Hawke was right. I mean, Sydney does need a second airport because Sydney International Domestic Airport is overcrowded. I don't know how they're going to work out the flight paths for here. But it's just ridiculous because Wilton wanted it as well. They wanted to have the airport. They have no problem. This is political football. So I take things like this with a grain of salt, and it's probably not going to be open till 2026 anyway. This is, I mean, these are things I just can't control, but you look at certain areas where this should have been built years ago. Our state government has just been very slow and behind on infrastructure. Just very slow to build things out here. There's always politics involved. But yeah, that's the heads up on the airport. It's, oh God, I always take it with a grain of salt, because yeah, that's the airport for you. Weather right now is 22.6 degrees Celsius, feels like 22.7 degrees Celsius. It's been a bit humid lately. I mean, yesterday was dry and hot. A couple of days we had some humid weather. Minimum of 20 degrees, top of 28 degrees Celsius, 1 to 10 millimeters of rain, showers increasing at least. I got my washing and laundry done yesterday. Southwesterly 11 kilometers an hour wind, 15 kilometers an hour gust, 68% humidity, 0 millimeters of rain since 9 a.m. yesterday. Rain, 75% high chance of at least 1 millimeter, 50% medium chance of at least 5 millimeters, 25% low chance of at least 10 millimeters of rain. Sydney, Australia, partly cloudy, very high chance of showers, the chance of a thunderstorm, wind southerly 20 to 30 kilometers an hour, turning southeasterly in the middle of the day, moderate fire danger rating. 6 a.m. sunrise today, 8:12 p.m. sunset. Waxing crescent moon phase, first quarter is 18th of January. Next moon phase, 12 extreme max UV index, 8:50 a.m. to 5:10 p.m. Sun protection recommended. Yeah, always remember your sunscreen, guys, and your lip balm, and keep applying your sunscreen on because it's very important to protect your skin. Um, it's important to prevent skin cancer and also get your yearly skin check done to check for skin cancer because the sun's powerful and I've had to learn as I'm getting older. I've got to wear my sunscreen. Then even also too, you got to put it on your hands and on the top of your hands as well because sometimes the sun's very powerful. We neglect those areas too, and on your ears, on your nose, wear sunglasses, um, and try and cover up as much as you can. So I mean that as in like wearing a when I go hiking. This is a good tip for everyone. I like to wear a collared shirt, or if you have one of those long sleeve fishing shirts, because I talk about this a lot because skin cancer is a real thing as well. Tomorrow, sunny with showers, low of 18 degrees Celsius, top of 23 degrees Celsius, 1 to 15 millimetres of rain. Tuesday, sunny with showers, low of 18 degrees Celsius, top of 24 degrees Celsius, 0 to 10 millimetres of rain. Wednesday, sunny with showers, a low of 18 degrees Celsius, top of 27 degrees Celsius, 0 to 15 millimetres of rain. Thursday, sunny with showers, a low of 17 degrees Celsius, top of 27 degrees Celsius, 0 to 1 millimetres of rain. Friday, sunny with showers, partly cloudy, low of 15 degrees Celsius, top of 26 degrees Celsius, 0 to 1 millimetres of rain. Saturday, sunny, partly cloudy, low of 16 degrees Celsius, top of 28 degrees Celsius, 0 to 1 millimetres of rain. Speaking of weather, I think it was this Wednesday's Big Bash. It was raining, so I kept checking the Bureau of Meteorology weather, and they said it was going to be pissing down rain at Olympic Park. So I thought, I'll stay home because I thought it would. And then that sort of cleared up, and the game went ahead. The Thunder lost, and I was pissed. I was pissed off. Oh well. Yeah, David Warner's retired. He ended up playing a game with the Sydney Thunder as well, so it's nice to see him playing cricket. I don't know what he's going to do with cricket. He'll probably just play 2020 or... He needs to keep playing cricket for sure, but I know he's retired from international, because international cricket's very hard, and there's a lot of pressure put on you to be performing at a very high level and just a high standard. So that's what it is. Playing cricket for a living is very, very, very hard as well. Um, yeah, but for me going ahead, it's just about just enjoying my sport and knowing that yeah, it's one of those things that we need. We do need sport. We need positivity in our sport as well, because sport is something that yeah, we have to have. It's something that definitely makes me happy. is cricket, all this shit that we've had in the last 2-3 years, and you just watch sport, you just feel great. You really, really feel great. And that's what I do. I feel great. Small businesses seem to pay more tax than any corporation, which is very unfair. Um, I've said it multiple times on the podcast that we need to keep small businesses going because they keep our economy going. But to have a small business now, it's just not worth it because of all the council regulations, all the paperwork, all the bullshit you got to go through. It's important that we keep small businesses out there because one day, if we don't have small businesses, corporations will be deciding what we can and can't buy. It's already happening now. You see with Coles, Woolies, Aldi pulling down Australia Day merchandise, which is not good. Small businesses are important, and if we keep them going, that's the best that we can do. The election in Taiwan, and China's not happy. I don't know. There's all sorts of crazy stuff going on in Taiwan and China. It could be a World War III with China and Russia teaming up. I mean, and North Korea as well. Basically, yeah, it's all falling to shit out there. People have had problems in the PNG. People's pay is being docked. There's been riots and looting. Prime Minister James Marape has been underpaying public sector workers $120 a fortnight. But there's blamed the Department of Finance for the staff and the error. I don't know. When people get their pay docked, I don't blame them for rioting and standing up and getting pissed off. It's like when people riot against the police because they just get fed up. Because I'm sick and tired of all this dictatorship and people wanting control out there. And it's just unacceptable and it's not right. And it needs to stop as well because people need to be treated fairly in the workplace and not be a slave. It's like all these corporations, McDonald's, KFC, Hungry Jack's, the employees there are just slaves to make the money. And yet we're told by the careers advisor in school we got to go to get a good job, work the 9 to 5, or go work at Macca's as a slave. Yeah. So that's where we're heading. That's where we're heading. But I'll leave it there, guys. You can listen to the podcast on YouTube, on my channel, Shields Productions, as well. Please subscribe to the podcast. It really helps the podcast grow. Share any favorite episodes on your social media. You can also be a guest here. If you'd like to be on the show on Wisdom, feel free to join on the show if you're interested in what's going on or if you want to say hi as well. Always love podcasting here on Wisdom. Bye for now.